What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy David. We're back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to some Jimmy High Roller. He's already the best player in the world, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about Wembanyama. Shout out to Chet Holmgren for shit in a bucket and ruining Shai's chances to getting a ring. You played like the worst role player I've ever seen on earth, nigga. Mind you, this nigga's damn near the third option on that fucking team, playing like that. Complete trash. But with that being said, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get straight to it. Like, bro, Shai had that shit in the bag, bro. Like, the Spurs were a good team, but only because, like, their matchups heavily, like, put the Thunder at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, they had a real shot, and when I was at work and I saw that they lost, bro, my heart sank to my ass, bro. I didn't even put no money on that game, but I was like, damn, bro, like, that was my guy. I need my nigga to win, you know what I'm saying? OKC is not the most insufferable team. Them Golden State Warriors in their prime, them niggas was insufferable. They were so insufferable. They was winning, and they was like coaching a fucking game. The players was coaching the game while they was winning. Like, come on now, bro.
LeBron James all the way up to number 2 on your all-time list. I have him at 9.
Look at me, I'm a Spurs fan. My team is perfectly run and well-respected. My franchise player is a 9'7" French alien with high emotional intelligence.
The NBA Finals are here, which means we've got some hot takes to look at today. Playoff edition.
Oh shit, I didn't even know this was a hot takes episode. I love these ones. I love hot takes, bro. No cap, nigga. Every time. I love hearing them, and I love shutting them the fuck down when they're trash. You know what I'm saying?
The good ones, the bad ones, and the downright atrocious.
I don't know what it is, but every time I look at Kendrick Perkins, I damn them want to laugh every second. I don't know why. Like, the nigga face just so funny. Like, I don't know why. Like,
today's video is sponsored newest, not just select more.
Gamble responsibly, y'all.
Instantly sign up with King's Picks of NBA playoff basketball.
Gamble responsibly, y'all.
After 6 weeks of NBA playoff basketball, we are now down to just 2 teams.
Bro, Kelly Olynyk is on the Spurs? What the fuck? Hey, that nigga just everywhere, like, just for no reason. Like, nigga just, he's the most unknown known basketball player on earth. He's just everywhere for no reason, bro. No cap. Like,
while Knicks and Spurs fans get to enjoy the exhilarating experience of watching their team fight for an NBA title.
Oh yeah, no, I feel so bad for New York. Like, nigga, the Knicks win that shit. Bye-bye, New York. Nigga, New York finna just stop existing. They're gonna start burning and breaking shit, I swear, bro. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Cause they're already like crazy as fuck just the regular season. Like, could you imagine they're like, they win a championship, they win a chip? Oh my god, bro. Bye-bye, New York. New York will end up in fucking flames, bro. No cap.
The rest of us have been relegated to watch from the sidelines as we spew out hot takes about teams we couldn't beat. And today, we're gonna take a look at some of these takes. Starting with this one that comes from a fan who asks, is Wemby the quickest someone has ever climbed to arguably #1 in the league? Wemby's in year 3.
Low-key, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, Wembanyama, when he first came into the league, he was so polished already. At year 1, he was one of the best players in the league at year 1. It's year 3. He's arguably the best player on the court at any given moment. Like, the only reason why I would say when OKC and the Spurs were playing that Shai was the better player is because Shai just came off being not only finals MVP last year, but also was regular season MVP this year. That means he played at a higher caliber than or the league viewed his playing as a higher caliber than what Wembanyama was doing. But Wembanyama was nothing to sleep on. You know what I'm saying? Shai got that #1, but Wemby can definitely hold that #2 for sure. I just got Shai over Wemby because, you know, I just believe in the consistency. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Sue me.
Neither LeBron or MJ ascended to #1 so quickly. And this is interesting because there's two parts to this take. The first part is that Wemby is arguably the best player in the world, and the second is that no one else has been the best player in the world by the end of their third season. Both of those statements a bit subjective. I think it's definitely fair to say that Victor Wembanyama is arguably the best player in the world right now. If it's not him, then it's Jokic or Shea. And regardless of who you pick, there's no wrong answer. But the key word here is arguably. So has any other player in NBA history climbed to be arguably the best player in the league by year 3? And the answer is yeah. Wilt Chamberlain won a—
Bro, Wilt Chamberlain don't count. This nigga is not only an alien, he's also like fucking, this is mythology, bro. This shit like talking about, oh yeah, who was one of the strongest like, bro, this nigga's mythology. He don't count. That's like saying Hercules was the strongest nigga on earth. Hercules don't exist. This nigga don't exist. Point blank period. Like, what the fuck?
a league MVP.
Nigga, 50 points per game? Like, what the hell? What? That's ridiculous. That don't even make no goddamn sense. How do you score 50 points again every game? The fuck?
As a rookie. By the end of Kareem's third season, he led the league in scoring twice, had 2 MVPs, a finals MVP, and was definitively the best player in the NBA. Larry Bird was the runner-up in MVP voting in his second and third seasons in the league and was arguably the best player in the league. And of course, there's Michael Jordan, who despite not having the
Michael Jeffrey Jordan Jane. But not 37 points per game is some nut ass shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's crazy.
hardware as tangible proof, was generally regarded as one of, if not the best player in the world by the end of his third season in '87. Now, looking into more
But nah, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas in the 90s played so fucking ugly, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, Kyrie would have been like witchcraft to them boys. No cap.
recent NBA history, there's Shaquille O'Neal, who was arguably the best player in the league by '95, neck and neck with David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon. Although Shaq held the crown by 2000, in Tim Duncan's third season, he was in conversations as the best player in the league after leading the Spurs to a championship in just his second season. Another
Damn, I didn't even know he did that shit. Fuck. I knew Tim Duncan was nice, but damn, second season? Ring? Fuck.
prodigy with an underrated early career is Kevin Durant, who was regarded as virtually the only player who could
Man, my favorite snake, nigga. No cap, my favorite serpent. He snakes everybody. Like, this shit crazy as fuck. Like, you get too close to this nigga, you get bit in the back, nigga. Nigga fuck around, stab you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I remember what he was saying about Jabari Smith. Boy, I'll be sick to the bitch. But hey, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But if I was Jabari, I'll be sick as fuck, nigga. I'm talking about, man, I had this nigga KD sleeping one eye open, nigga. No cap.
go toe-to-toe with the prime LeBron by his third season in the league in 2010. He finished second in MVP voting, and although he wasn't the best player in the world, he was next in line by his third season. And then there's Derrick Rose, who wasn't regarded as the best player in the world by the end of year 3, but he did get an award, a small consolation prize for his efforts. And of course, there's year 3 LeBron, who ascended in the 2000s with a crowd of all-time greats. By the end of his third season, there wasn't a definitive best player in the world. Between Dirk, Kobe, Nash, Duncan, the conversation was pretty open for interpretation. But there's no denying he was certainly in it, finishing second in MVP voting in his third season in the league. The moral of this story being that throughout modern NBA history, even amongst the greatest players of all time, there probably hasn't been a single player that was the consensus #1 player in the world by the end of year 3. Wemby falls in the same category as LeBron and Shaq and Jordan and Bird, making a very strong case as arguably the best player in the league. I wouldn't say he's definitively the best player in the world, but I'd say being in the same
He's pretty good. He's almost there. No cap. He's almost there for sure.
sentence as those guys is a good consolation. Now, this next take comes from a fan who says you could replace Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 30 different players and the Thunder still win the title.
No, you actually can't. And I like what this nigga tried to do here, trying to talk down on SGA like he not a saint. But bro, you actually can't. The nigga dropped in the last game before they got eliminated. That nigga had 35 on amazing efficiency and shooting and got sold by his teammates. his teammates are weak. If he had some real deal scorers on his motherfucking roster, if he had like a co-star like a Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray, you know, somebody who he really knows to get a bucket at will, kinda, bro, they would have fucking washed them niggas, no cap.
And if this isn't evidence that SGA has the worst PR of any superstar of his era, I don't know what is. 30 players. You know what the Thunder's record is this season, including the playoffs with Shea? 65-13. You know, they're
65-13, and they're talking down on my nigga like that? I can never go.
record without him, 8-6. 84% win percentage with Shea, 57% win percentage without him. The Thunder's record over the last 3 seasons with Shea, 204 and 56. 78% win percentage. Their record without Shea, 15-12. A mediocre 56% win percentage without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over the last 3 seasons. For perspective, from 2016 through 2018, when the
So what he's trying to say with the math here is that when Shai steps on the court, he literally bends space and time to make the Thunder win. What my nigga is trying to say is when Shai steps on the court, he bends space and time. Stop playing with my nigga, bro.
Warriors had the league in a chokehold, Golden State's record with Steph Curry was 215 and 44. Their record without him was 30-19. A gap that is identical to the Thunder with and
That means that this nigga has this. That means that Shai has basically the same like impact on winning as the greatest 3-point shooter to walk the earth. Like, come on, bro. You telling me there's 30 other niggas in the league right now that's doing this shit? Fuck no. What the fuck?
without Shai. Because it turns out, not only do great successful players have great impact, but they usually have great teams built around their unique skill set and talent. Time and time again, we penalize players for being a part of a good team. Fans minimize Steph because of how good the Warriors were. They downplayed LeBron in Miami because of how good the Heat were. And you can't bring up Jordan without someone mentioning how great the team around him was. But all of the true all-time greats.
I think in the case of Jordan, that argument is weaker because the only other nigga who was really the only other 2 niggas really doing anything on the court was Rodman and Pippen, and they were like weaker players compared to the other superstars that was playing with LeBron and them. Like LeBron had D Wade, a prime D Wade and a prime Chris Bosh. Like what the fuck? Nigga, that's OD. That's OD, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Even though LeBron was like better than them, I guess, like at player wise, on a stat level, he was better than them. But still, nigga, that's OD, nigga. That's crazy.
Had great teams around them. If social media existed in the 90s, all you would ever hear about is how stacked the Bulls are and the unfair advantage MJ has. Steph had the most lethal team in the history of basketball behind him. Bird and Magic played with rotations filled exclusively with Hall of Famers. This is just the way it goes. And the irony of all of it is that in many cases, the perceived caliber of the team as a whole can often be the result of the guy leading the charge. Great players make their teammates look better. You'll often hear the hypothetical of swapping player X with player Y and which team would perform better with their new star. For example, swap Jokic with SGA and the Thunder still win a championship, but the Nuggets would be in the play-in or something like that. But that's not how basketball works. Good teams are built with intention. They are built with specificity. Shai is a great player. So is Luka Doncic. But Shai cannot do.
But Shai is a better player than Luka in my eyes. This nigga is so goddamn cold. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga is so goddamn cold. Like Luka good as a motherfucker, but this nigga cold to a bitch to me. Like I don't know why, bro.
What Luka does, and Luka can't do what Shai does. Same goes for Ant or Brunson. Great players, completely different.
Hey, no cap though, no bullshit. We gotta really talk about that constant rim pressure, bro. Bro, no cap. If anybody who be watching Shai for real, you gotta understand this nigga like, when it come to driving at the rack, bro, he's in the top like 90 percentile or some shit. Like he attacked the rim every possession, bro. Like he don't play, nigga. No cap.
Different skill.
And that mid-range magician shit, that's real. That's a badge, nigga. That's a bro in the midi. It's none but buckets in the midi for this nigga, bro. And he can still shoot threes and shit too. He good at that too. But when it comes to that motherfucking, you know what I mean? Fuck you talking about, bitch.
Skill sets. Great rosters are like a recipe. You need the right amount of the right ingredients to make it work. Change one ingredient and
You know what I'm saying? That's why like a lot of times you can put like mass superstars on one team and like the team will crumble and fall like the fucking Brooklyn Nets and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you put the right role players and the right stars in the right places at the right time. You know what I'm saying? You elevate the squad, nigga. Not everybody got an average 30 on the team. Not everybody got an average 30. We just need we might need a nigga that can drop a consistent 15. We might need a nigga that can shoot threes consistently. We're gonna need a nigga that can pass that motherfucker the right way but still take a shot if needed. We're gonna need a nigga that can inbound the ball properly, set a screen properly, roll properly, pop out to the motherfucking three, hit that motherfucker properly. You know what I'm saying? We need different roles on the squad. We can't all average 35. So someone's gotta average a cool little 10. Chet. Holmgren. Lame man, nigga.
risk screwing up the entire dish. In fact, we've already seen what happens when talent is viewed as some perfectly transferable property. In the super team era, where organizations had this exact mentality. Teams were slapped together with no intention, no design, no cohesion, just stacking up as much talent as possible for the sake of it. And it almost never worked out. Regardless of what you think of Shai's game, he is a very unique and very crucial ingredient to a recipe that has been perfected over the last half decade. And there are not 30 players who could fill his shoes.
I could barely name 5 that you could replace him with, bro. The nigga is so integral to the roster. Like, without Shai, they are nothing, bro. I swear to God.
And lead OKC to a title. This take is absurd. Now, this next take comes from a fan who says there has never been a more difficult time to win an NBA championship than right now. And I completely agree. After the Warriors ran the table on the NBA last decade, the entire meta of professional basketball shifted. Teams have gotten smarter, they've gotten deeper, and although talent...
And not just deeper, they've gotten more positionless too. Like, bro, no cap, everybody on the team has to be able to play 1 through 5. Or at least 1 through 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sit around in the paint no more, nigga. Niggas will fucking fry you all night, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to play 1 through 5. You gotta damn near be able to guard 1 through 4. At least if you like at least 6'4", you gotta be able to guard 1 through 3, 1 through 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this shit crazy, nigga. Like, this is the most dynamic basketball we have ever seen in the history of humanity. If you watch them games from the 80s and 90s, but them niggas was moving like turkey bacon. Them boys had no motherfucking sauce. Them niggas had no sauce. You couldn't play no zone. You couldn't do shit. Them niggas was not shooting no threes. Niggas would just stand out at the top of the 3-point line. The fucking paint is packed, and they're passing it to fucking it's a 4-man coverage in the paint. Like, bro, that shit lame as fuck. But these niggas, they move with so, but they so goddamn skilled and so deadly, bro. Like, if you, like, I could imagine leaving Jason Tatum open at the top of the key. That nigga would just shoot that shit and bang that hoe all night. No cap, you gotta guard up, for real.
Will always prevail. The path to winning a ring in today's NBA requires far more than just talent to get it done. This is now the 8th season.
But you do need talent, though. Don't forget that. You do need talent to get it done, but it requires more than talent. That's facts.
In a row that a different team will be crowned champions. The longest stretch of unique championship teams in NBA history. In fact, there have been 14 unique teams in the finals over the last 8 years. That is half the NBA. We are now creeping up on an entire era of absolute parity in the NBA. And this is in complete opposition of what we saw in previous eras. Whether it was the Celtics and Lakers winning 8 of the 10 championships in the 80s, the Bulls going 6 for 10 in the 90s, the Spurs and Lakers combining for 7 rings in the 2000s, or the Warriors winning 4 in 8 seasons. Dynasties and perpetual winning have been a staple in the NBA for decades. But due to multiple factors, such as advanced analytics giving teams the insight to optimize their rosters and game plans, teams prioritizing depth more than ever before, the rise of rotation level players and their impact on a night-to-night basis, and the league itself enacting new rules to actively fight against teams building dynasty-worthy rosters. Not only is it more challenging to win a championship now than ever before, It's more equitable. No longer do you have to have the best player on the court to win a series. No longer can you pair up a couple of mega talents and run through a conference. The 10th man off the bench can be just as pivotal in today's game as your second option.
And it's funny he says that while having a whole steal of Caruso. This nigga, bro, I don't know what it is about this nigga, man. Why the fuck is he so important? Why is he so important to the OKC Thunder, bro? Like, bro, he on the court, they literally play better for some fucking reason. I don't know why, bro. Shit crazy.
Natural evolution of the game has slowly leveled the playing field for teams competing for a title, and this shrunken gap between top-end teams now leaves the margin for error small enough that truly anything can happen. We still see glimpses of all world-caliber players willing their teams to victories, but those moments have now become a rarity. Before this era of parity, LeBron James was able to will his way to 8 straight finals appearances off of sheer ability and determination. This does not happen in today's NBA. A great bench is no longer a bonus, it is a necessity. A great coach is no longer an edge, it's a requirement. Right when you think one team has separated themselves from the pack as a potential dynasty candidate, the league adjusts faster than it ever did before to counter their strengths. The basketball scale has and will always tilt in the favor of talent. One thing that remains true is that winning a championship means being in possession of one of, if not the best player in the world. But it's everything else. Depth, fit,
I feel like if we were to do it on a more percentage basis, I think 60% of winning a ring or 55% of winning a ring is having that guy on the team. That guy that can score at will and literally shifts the like bends space and time on the basketball court. That guy, like he's literally a black hole. The nigga got gravity when he touched the rock. You know what I'm saying? But then everything else is having that depth in a roster. Everything else is having those individuals who can come in and give us 10 a night, 15 a night. You know, shoot 8 threes and hit 4. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, we need those guys. We need a nigga that can come through, bang a stop, come back, hit a 3. You know what I'm saying? Drive to the rack, swing that motherfucker to the corner. He hits another. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need those guys. We got guys that got guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit crazy, bro. Man, the game's so deep, nigga. No cap.
cohesion, chemistry, schemes, rotations that has leveled the playing field and can now tilt the scale just as much. This is a great take. And our last take comes from a fan who says the regular season has become all but irrelevant, and the playoffs are the only thing that actually matters, both in terms of discourse and legacy. And
I think honestly he's low-key right. When it comes to like the regular season, I don't watch the regular season. I don't care to watch it. I might, like, maybe towards the end I might watch one or two. But if it's like the start of the season and the middle of the season, I don't care. I don't really give a fuck about watching that shit. It's irrelevant to me. But when it gets to playoff time, all eyes are on the screen. I'm loving every second of it. This is where it matters the most. This is where the stakes mean something. Like humans don't like watching shit that has no stakes. I don't like watching weak ass television. I don't do that shit. I like to watch that got stakes on it. Like this is either win or go home, or like, so the only thing the NBA could possibly do is reduce the number of regular season games that they have. Because 82 is a lot. The NFL don't even operate like that. 82 games is a lot. If they really want to make a more, if you really want to up the stakes and make a more like must-see now basketball experience, they're gonna have to come together and really have a conversation about reducing the number of games and almost like kind of sort of adding in like more of a tournament style bracket. Like they already did that with the play-in tournament and stuff like that, and the in-season tournament, like adding more of a tournament style bracket inside the actual like regular season. But like, I don't watch the in-season tournament. I don't care about that shit. And the play-ins I care about more, because that means that like weaker teams could somehow sneak their ways into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like honestly we just need to reduce the number of games, bro. Like it's too many games. The games start to feel meaningless. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of ruins the game a little bit, you know.
I could not agree more with this take. In the past, the playoffs were just a ramped up version of the regular season. Tougher defense, tendencies exaggerated, more intense matchups. The consequences of the playoffs were held to a similar regard. What a player did in the postseason mattered the most, but what they did in the regular season still mattered quite a bit. But now more than ever, the postseason has become completely disconnected from the regular season. The playoffs don't just feel more intense.
They are more intense. These niggas are really going at each other. I'm saying this shit like, nigga, you watch a regular season game, some niggas will let certain shit slide. Some niggas might back tap a little bit. You know, some niggas might, you know what I'm saying, drive and drop 40 or like it's nothing. But in the real playoffs, nigga, like, bruh, that's why a nigga dropping 35 or 40 in the playoffs is some nut ass shit. Cause that means that they really cause in the playoffs, niggas is really trying to go up with you, like chest up with you on every single possession, really trying to like take you off your balance. And the fact that you were able to drop 40 against like higher level difficulty just speaks to your validity as a player. That's why I respect Shea so much, because he always shows up in the playoffs. There's never a time where he's in the playoffs and he's just like the weakest player on the bench. He might be the second best player, or sometimes rarely the third best player. But most of the time he's either first or second. He's never just in the back, and most of the time he's first. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect Shea so much, bro. Nigga just such a dog with it, bro. No cap.
Times, it actually feels like we're watching a completely different sport. And this is what
Ooh, I know that. Ooh, y'all, hold on,
times,
y'all.
it actually feels like we're watching
Look at this crispy ass Wembanyama elbow.
a completely different
Am I watching basketball or the UFC? God damn, nigga. Whew. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Nigga hit me with an elbow like that. I might fuck around and, you know what I'm saying, stumble a little bit. I mean, look at this. Hey, look at Dylan's face, bro. And look at Dylan's face, bro. That nigga like, oh shit. He just gave that nigga a one piece to the mata, nigga. God damn.
sport. And this is what happens when the regular season is comprised of some teams resting players, other teams using the regular season as one long testing ground in preparation for the playoffs, and the rest of the teams literally trying to lose as many games as possible. It has become evident that many organizations do not take the regular season seriously whatsoever. And in return, many fans are now choosing not to take it seriously either. You won the league's most prestigious award, the MVP. Well, why should...
Well, and at the same time, it's like, man, yes, he won the MVP, but what really matters is that finals MVP. When you get that finals MVP, that really means that you are that motherfucking boy. Winning a Kia's MVP is cool. It's so cool shit. It's nice, you know. It's like, yeah, I'm him. I play at a high level. I'm like that. But when it matters the most, can you step up to the plate? That's what that finals MVP mean. Okay.
I care? It doesn't even look like you do. You average 25 a night? Yeah, well, a quarter of the league isn't even trying to win games. If all you guys care about is the playoffs, then all we're going to care about is the playoffs. And now here we are, at the point where a 6-game series can hold more weight than an entire season of basketball. Legacies, reputations, the entire merits of a player's game are now decided strictly off of the playoffs. Tracy McGrady was a fantastic player, and to this day, he is rightfully remembered as such. Tracy McGrady never made it out of the first round. These days, if you win an MVP, but you don't back it up as the best player throughout the entire playoffs, you are instantly a fraud. Steve Nash...
You are... Hey, no cap, nigga. Hey, I wish you would get MVP and play like shit in the playoffs, but your ass is trash, nigga. You fraud, nigga. Fuck off the court, boy. Your legacy is tarnished, boy. Fuck you talking about.
Won back-to-back MVPs and never made it to the finals. Dominique Wilkins is a legend, a staple of 80s basketball. He also never made it to the conference finals once in his entire career. Meanwhile, I just watched Jalen Duren wash away fan support, 70 games of awesome basketball, and a max contract in just 3 weeks of bad playoff basketball. I just watched arguably the most impactful regular season of all time get dismissed because of one bad round in the playoffs. I heard someone say Joel Embiid, former league MVP, 4th highest scoring average in NBA history, one of the most talented bigs of all time, is not a Hall of Famer because of his...
He is a Hall of Famer. If you don't think Joel Embiid is a Hall of Famer, you're smoking crack. This man is a Hall of Famer. Respect his game. Respect his hustle. Respect his talent. Just keep it 100. He's a Hall of Famer. Stop the bullshit, please.
lack of playoff success. Do I think this new standard being imposed on players today is unfair? Yeah, I really do. Not everyone's gonna win a championship. But do I also think the players and teams have done this to themselves? Yeah. The symptom of teams coasting their way through the regular season without any real sense of urgency is that we as fans now know
It's just that like you just that like when you're heading into the regular season, you just know a lot of these teams are not competitive. They're not really trying to win. They're not really trying to do anything special. They're not really trying to force a playoff entry, right? I feel like honestly, we need to have it to where every single team in the NBA, like, is playing in a more tournament style bracket towards the playoffs. Like you have to hit a certain number of wins to enter into like the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Like you play 10 games, you play 15 games, you win 8, you pass up to the higher level, and the teams you beat have to sit out. Or so I don't know, bro. I can't think of anything, bro. The regular season just seems so lame to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, bro.
the real test of a player's game, actually the only true test of their game and their abilities, is in the playoffs, which inherently makes the regular season and everything that happens in it a lot less important, and everything that happens in the postseason, even if it's a 4-game sample size, the only thing that matters. And although I really wish this wasn't the current state of the league and its discourse, I agree with this take. But let me know what you think. Share your hot takes in the comments below. And as always, the hotter, the better.
No cap. And with that being said, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Man, this has been Hot Takes with Jimmy High Roller. I fuck with this video. This is a great video, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. We out.